Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Sam and Cathy, the little companion show that Cathy Kelley and I do to go along with Sam Roberts' show, which you can hear every night, Monday through Friday, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, over on XM 103, Sirius 206. It's me, Sam Roberts. That's who's talking.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't telling you. I was telling the audience. That should have been blatantly obvious to you. That should have been clear as day.
Why?
Well,
you hadn't said it yet.
I know,
How
but
was I supposed to know?
I just wish you were more attentive sometimes. You know, you just look at me going, okay, hopefully he'll say who's talking, because I don't know. I don't know who's talking right now.
I mean, fair point, but mine's also very valid as well.
No, you're right. You're right. Maybe we need to meet somewhere in the middle. How are you doing, Cathy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. You know, it's funny. I remember last week we were talking on the podcast about liking and, or it was one, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Liking and loving things.
Was that last week?
It was either last week or the week before.
Okay.
Because you brought up like hiking and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And on the radio show on Friday, I brought up going to the movies. And I just found, I think I'm going to start going to the movies in the afternoon a lot more. Because I can't tell you, I realized that it's not just that I have to go alone. Because I can go with Jess, or if I go with you or whatever. It's still a complete escape from everything. Just go. That's to me why I still love it. A lot of people don't like going to the movie theater anymore.
Yeah.
I love going to the movie theater.
I feel like as an adult, and you might not experience this because I feel like you don't like people.
Right.
But as an adult, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with doing things by myself, or having nights where I don't have plans.
Yeah, see, I spent so long
those.
in high school not having plans that it's that's what I do.
I definitely didn't have plans a lot in high school.
Right.
But now that I'm older, maybe that's why I'm comfortable with it.
Maybe. But you weren't comfortable with it when you were younger.
Well, I think that, I would never, now I feel like I haven't done it, but I would go to the movies by myself.
You've never gone to the movies by yourself?
No, I want to, actually.
It's amazing.
I was thinking about it last weekend.
We should do it sometime.
Together?
Yeah.
Or let's go to separate movie theaters. I'll go to one by me, you go to one by you. We'll go see the same movie around the same time, and then we'll talk about it over text after.
Right, we'll meet up later. It's the best way to do it.
Well, we don't have to actually meet up. We can just, talk over text.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Or I'll tweet about it. You read my tweet.
Why would we meet up after? Why wouldn't we just go to the same movie theater?
If we both send a tweet after the movie, then we can each just read the tweet.
Oh, yeah, and people will also think that, we went to see the movie together.
Right.
So it won't be awkward, and people won't be like, wow, they're really antisocial loners.
What you're looking to do is fill as many buckets as possible with the smallest amount of work.
We can also have, a game to see, who gets more retweets.
Yeah, but see, you would do it. And this is how you would do it. Because
you have more followers.
I know, but then you would just post a photo of you kind of smiling in the movie theater. And it'd be like, oh my God, I love you. Oh, will you be my girlfriend?
Well, it'd be dark, so people won't be able to see my face anyways.
The trick is to do it with the lights on.
Well, how would I do that? Should I just flirt with the movie theater attendant and be like, hey, can you turn the lights on so I can take a cute selfie?
You've never been to a movie before?
I've been to plenty of movies before.
Okay, well, they turn the lights off when the movie starts.
Yeah.
Before the movie, the lights are on. They're dim, but they're on. You can see...
Well, I'm not going to take a picture when the movie's not in the background playing.
That's the crazy... Of course you would.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Don't take it... Okay, look. Then you've ruined it. If you're taking selfies...
If I have to take a picture and attach it to a tweet, it has to make sense to the tweet.
No, it wouldn't make any sense, because if you're I'm really enjoying this movie, they're like, oh, funny, because you're selfieing.
Well, if it's the credits, the opening credits.
No, you go into the theater and do it. Look, I'm here now. I just got here. This is a selfie of me here.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a review of the movie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. We're tweeting after the movie to tell everyone whether we liked it or not, and it's supposed to be a creative tweet and see who gets the most retweets.
You get the most retweets because you're a girl. There's no competition.
It's not because I'm a girl. It's because I create quality content.
I've read your tweets.
Yeah.
They're
Don't
average.
you think that they're great?
No.
They're awesome.
No. Should we go through your Instagram and see which pictures get the most likes?
Should we go through your tweets and see which one don't get the most retweets? All of them?
Because I'm pretty sure you figured out the underboob formula to getting likes and retweets.
Well, I don't wear those dresses specifically to get likes. I wear them because I like them.
Oh. Well, so do I. Obviously, you can tell. Double tap. Get it? Liked. So.
Got it.
Yeah. I would say it's something
Maybe you should be that funny in your tweets.
Maybe you should. Anyway. You've got to try it. You've got to go. You got to go by yourself. It's the best thing.
I'm going to do it.
Especially if you actually enjoy, like if you don't like movies. Then it's
I should have gone to see Life of Pets by myself. No one wanted to go with me.
Yeah, because we're adults. It's stupid.
No, it looked hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that, like, I couldn't tell you what anybody thought of it because I don't know anybody that went.
All my friends in LA wanted to go see it, but, like, they're in LA.
Maybe you shouldn't have moved. Yeah, you just, and it's especially good, like, for me, because I have an off schedule. It was amazing to go. But so let's get back to the thing you were talking about before. So when did you, like, is this kind of a newish thing that you like the idea of not having plans, or has that always been that, or when did that?
I guess it's not the idea of not, or liking not having plans. I think I'm more comfortable with it because when I was in LA, I had a lot of friends, but very little time to do social activities. So I felt like a little bit overwhelmed of like, no, on my one day off, like I want to just like chill or I want to see a specific friend or whatever. But now...
Did you get FOMO at all? Like, were you like, oh, I'm like very satisfied in the amount of work that I'm doing, but I do feel like I'm missing out on some of this social stuff.
I think at the very beginning, I was, I had FOMO of missing out, but that was when I wasn't as busy with work. And when I got more busy with work, obviously I would prefer to do that. So I didn't have FOMO because I was doing something I liked better.
That's smart. I mean, you were focused enough on the importance of what you're doing that nothing would distract from that and be like, oh, but this would have been fun too.
But now, like, the last 6 months, I have a lot of time off or like weekends, which I didn't have before. I was working like...
The difference is it's not a matter of whether or not you're working hard. It's a matter of like you went from being somebody who was completely self-reliant to working for a company.
Yeah. I mean, I was working like 80 hours a week. So I was working like 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, making like $200 if I was lucky a week.
Sure.
And now it's more of a regimented schedule. So I know what days I'm working and what times I'm off.
But you also can't like decide one day, like, you know what, I need to just give myself a rest day. Because you're not making the schedule.
Oh, no. But I wouldn't do that in LA. Like, I would keep working every day. Because I honestly had FOMO about not working in LA. And now, like, that I have not every weekend off, but like a lot of weekends off, I feel like I'm kind of at a loss of what to do because I hadn't had social plans for a while.
Yeah.
And like the only people that I really know out here are you and Jess, and I don't want to crash date night every single weekend.
I mean, we've been together for 11 years.
But still.
It's not like... You could, like, I mean, there's 2 nights in a weekend, right? You could come hang out one night.
Yeah, but then what do I do the other night?
That's true. You come hang out with us again, I guess.
I've watched everything on Netflix.
Have you?
And everything on Hulu. I've watched Australian shows on Hulu.
Why don't you watch, like...
That is how, like, deep I'm going into all this stuff.
What about movies? Like movies on, like, iTunes and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've watched all of those.
You watched every movie there is.
I've watched so much stuff on the network, WWE Network. I feel like I've watched everything that I can watch.
Why don't you draw pictures?
I do that sometimes. I actually, I have 2 boxes of colored pencils.
You do?
And I have a sketchbook, yeah.
And so sometimes you got to sketch.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something, like, my first night in college, I knew going into college that it wasn't like I wasn't like dreading. I wasn't even sort of dreading it. I didn't care one way or the other. Like if you told me I wasn't going to college, I would have been like, that's fine. But you're like, you're going to college now, and I'm like, okay, fine. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. I was like, this
You're
is just...
happy you got in.
Yeah, no, I was glad to get it, but I was like, it's just the next step. I don't care. And like my dad dropped me off, and he's going like, I was up in Syracuse, and he was like you're gonna remember these years. Like I'm jealous that that I don't get to live these years with you. Not that that I don't get to spend another 4 years in college. It was my favorite time ever. Blah blah blah. And like I even knew looking at him as he said it, I'm like, okay, like probably not, but I believe you. And the first night of college, I knew my roommate from high school, and I'd met the guy across the hall. And we're freshmen, and the guy across the hall, his brother was either a sophomore or a junior, and he was like president of one of the frats. So he and my roommate were like, we get to go to this frat party on the first night of college. Like, well, we're going to go. You should come with us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. And I looked down, and right before I had left the house here in Westchester, a new Hulk Hogan DVD had arrived in the mail for me. And I thought to myself, I can't wait to watch this DVD. I get to bring this DVD to college. So I packed it up, I brought it in the car, and I looked at the DVD, and I go, nah, I'm all right. And I didn't go. Like, they just went, and I just stayed in the dorm and watched the DVD.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was like, I had a great night. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I got to watch this DVD. I don't remember it now, the DVD per se, but I remember, for me, that was the first time. It's so weird. I was like, yeah.
Who needs people?
I was 18, I was almost 19. And for me, this experience of being on my own for the first time was nobody's going to bother me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch this DVD and just sit here. And like, for me, it was, if somebody says, hey, we're going to go do this, I can just be like, no, I'm not going. I'm just going to stay here and just do whatever I feel like doing.
Yeah.
And that, I'd never had this sort of like, oh, I'm not under my parents' thumb anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. It was just like this sensation of, oh, everybody's going to leave me alone.
So were you ever, like, when you were younger,
No, it helped, by the way. It helped that I had a long-distance girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that motivation to go and hook up. Otherwise, it might be different. But I wish I hadn't had that long-distance girlfriend at the time. But that was a total waste of my time. But, and in that moment, like, when a relationship is over,
but you don't want to let it go?
right? Like, there's a good part of the relationship, and then there's a part of the relationship that really didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were there, and I was like, I could have hooked up. You know what I mean? I could have had some fun. But whatever. I did have fun. I stayed home, and I watched my movies. I watched my wrestling, and that was great.
Yeah.
That was all I needed. But you said, no, I was home alone sometimes. But it wasn't that. It was just like total, like, this is my place. This is my space. I'm going to make the rules for myself, and I can just stay home. And I don't have to explain to anybody what I'm doing. I don't have to explain to anybody why. I don't have to tell anybody how am I feeling. Nobody's going to pop in on me. Nothing. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's weird because aside from college, I haven't lived on my own because I moved in with Jess. I moved back home after college with my parents for like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months, not long.
Yeah.
And then I moved in with Jess right away because we were both at that place in our lives. But yeah, I don't get that way with Jess because like I don't look at her like, oh, I wish I was just by myself. You're cramping my style because she obviously
takes care of you.
Yeah, and she's aware of the things that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And she won't get in my way of that stuff. But so I've never.
Well, she tells you have to declutter and get rid of some wrestle buddies.
Yeah, I mean, she'll say that, but she'll know, like, if she says that,
it's not going to happen.
It's going to be like a 6-month thing.
Yeah.
Like, she'll tell me 6 months in advance if I need to clean something. She'll know. She'll know it'll get done eventually.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to get done on a timetable because
until the last possible second.
Right. Well, one day I will have had enough. I will think that it needs to like get undone, and I'll throw out half my stuff.
Yeah.
But that'll be like way down the road, and it'll be just when I've decided. And she'll say thank you, but I think in her heart she'll know that there's no reason for her to say thank you. I just decided I wanted to do it, you know. But yeah. So
she's great about that though. Like she'll thank people for stuff. You feel really good afterwards.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I really did something good. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, you just did you, and
I
she
just
decided
brought
to
her
be
a
nice.
coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really easy when I was already there at Starbucks. That's easy.
It is thoughtful, though. Not everybody would think to do that. They'd be like, oh, I just got this coffee.
Well, because she texted me asking if...
But so I've never... the only time I had a hang-up is what I've talked about before, about socializing and going out, was when I wasn't dating in high school. And I didn't have a hang-up about not going out. I just had a hang-up about how to explain it to people that I didn't. And that was part of, like, my first step into college was nobody's going to ask me, like, what did you do last night? I don't have to do that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is going to bother me about that stuff. And, like, that was when really, like, when I was, like, a senior in high school is when the fucks started to be done with. And, like, over the next several years, I really, like, stopped giving a fuck completely. I didn't give that much of a fuck at any point in my life. But that's when they really started to kind of go away. And it became easier. Adrian just walked in the middle of this. I was just saying that, like, because Cathy was saying that she's gotten to a place now where she feels comfortable not having to do anything, like not hanging out with people. And that she wants to get to a place where she can go to a movie alone. And I was just explaining to her how amazing it is. Have you been to movies by yourself?
I think once.
Just randomly?
Yeah, a while ago.
It's great. It's great. You should do it all the time. But
I think about it all the time.
you should just do it. I was on the couch today. It was like 1 o'clock. And I was like, wait. Like, I just looked up. I was like, Blair Witch came out today. I was like, it's playing at 1:25. Movie theater's 15 minutes from my house. I could lock the dog in the crate. I'll be back. Like, it'll be fine. That's the only thing that was almost going to stop me. Like, Lila was looking at me. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to just stay home and pet Lila.
She's like, you just woke up.
Right. But she doesn't know. I was like, look, peanut butter
1
treat.
p.m., you just woke up.
I have a friend who used to do it all the time.
It's the best. It's the best. I think I'm going to do it a lot more. I think it's really going to become something that... plus, it's like, you cut off. It's good. But I was saying to Cathy that I don't have that thing in me where, like, I feel like I need to have somebody with me. Like, and like, when I see... You know that movie Funny People with Adam Sandler, the Judd Apatow movie?
You get him.
No, I don't. Because Adam Sandler...
You get him before?
No, because he's one of these celebrity guys that needs somebody around him all the time. He needs Seth Rogen's character talking to him to go to sleep. Like, he just needs the presence of a person. Whereas I'm like, I need everybody to leave me alone. So I was saying, Cathy, like, my first night of college, my experience of realizing that I could do everything by myself was that nobody was going to bother me. It wasn't I can go do whatever I want, because I got invited to a frat party by my roommate and the guy across the hall, and I just told them, no thanks, I'm going to stay here. And I watched a Hulk Hogan DVD that I had just gotten in the mail. And it was like, and for me, like, I woke up the next morning going, that was a fucking great night. And by the way, then my roommate and my buddy came home from the party, and they were all fucked up, so they were fun to hang out with for like, half an hour before they passed out, and that was fun. And then that was it. And I was like, for me, I woke up being like, last night was the coolest ever. Like, I watched my thing, nobody bothered me, and then I just wake up and I'm still here, and it's great.
Sounds like a great way to start college.
Does it?
Yeah, it sounds like the best.
Yeah, I'm sensing slight sarcasm.
No, there's a lot.
A lot of it. It's not slight? Mm-mm. Yeah, it never occurred to me to be like, yeah, let's all. I was like, but I said I could see having fun at that party. That would be fun.
I mean, if he doesn't drink, it's like a different atmosphere.
I also told Cathy I had a girlfriend at home, so I wasn't going to hook up.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that would be crazy.
Well, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I don't cheat on my girlfriends, Adrian. Well, I haven't. And now I'm married, so that part's over.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand,
well, I mean, not anymore.
are a dog.
Stop it.
Scumbag.
Stop.
Piece of shit.
Sam.
Stop it. But, yeah. Now, do you like companionship all the time? Or do you like being left alone?
I like to be, I'm social, but a lot of times I find myself wishing I wasn't somewhere.
But by the way, like, I'm not, you guys were both at my house when I had people over.
Yeah, you were fun.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm not bad in social situations.
I mean, I'm not like, I don't
I'm
need,
just ready for them to end.
I don't I don't need to be, like, I don't prefer to be alone, I guess. But when I want my alone time, like, if anybody fucks with it, I lose it.
Right. Well, you also like to have your lay days.
Yeah, like, that would be my alone time. Like, don't.
Like, you're like, oh, where are we going today? And you're like, it's a lay day.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would you ruin that?
Yeah, I haven't had a good one in a while.
You need to.
Yeah.
Give yourself one this weekend, maybe.
Probably just for the Giants game.
Maybe on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Probably
good
an
lay time.
abbreviated one.
Yeah.
Just for the game.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You let it all out. But see, I can't. I have trouble doing it at home. That's why I like going to the movie theater because you can't be bothered in the movie theater. You're watching a movie.
How do you feel about phone calls?
In general,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan.
I hate them.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh,
I feel like that's one of the things that I do now because my friends are all long distance, like FaceTime all the time.
Oh, FaceTime's the worst for me.
I
Even worse
love
than a
it.
phone call is FaceTime.
you saw what happened when somebody FaceTimed me like a week ago. When that
you
girl
just-
FaceTimed me, I was
you
like,
pretend,
oh, okay.
I'm done, and then you hung up. Like you were like, oh, it's bad service. What can I tell you?
Because I can't do it.
No, I hate FaceTime with a passion because it's like it's none of your business what I look like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't like telephone calls to the point where I'll make like anything that's not that doesn't. I will sit there and be like, Jess, I need you to call. Like I can't. I need you to call.
Mm-hmm.
She'll do all the like. She's like the super. Oh, or like food. It'll be like, let's call the restaurant. She's driving. Let's call the restaurant now, so the food's getting there when we get home. And I go, let's call them when we get home. Let's just
Because you don't want to call them.
because I don't want to call them.
Wow.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it ever. Like Domino's, I can order now because online. Order it on the computer. You're good to go. But phone calls, bad for me. I do not like phone calls.
I had a fear.
There's a few people that I like having phone conversations with. I know I have to allot a certain amount of time. I'm like, okay, like I have to take out like a half hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is. And it's like, like Kevin Undergaro. I'll talk on the phone with Kevin
Yeah, there's certain people.
because I like having conversations with him. But beyond that,
I used to have a fear of talking to anyone on the phone.
a fear?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, I was worried that I would say the wrong thing or, like, wouldn't be able to speak properly. Like, I used to have to write down what I was going to say before I called someone.
To everyone?
Like, to, like, the Chinese food place.
That's so funny.
Like, my first internship at Fox in Chicago, before I used to call people, whether it was to clear a location or get an interview or something, I would have to write down my intro and all the questions I was going to ask.
Yeah. You have this innate need to be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like this innate thing in you where you not only do you have to be right and doing the thing that's correct, but you have to gain the approval. Like you have to be doing what's right according to the other people around you.
Yeah.
Which is like, and that's exactly what that is. Like, that's why it's one thing, the internship, blah, 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 but like you even, at
Well, I
that
think
point
that-
at least, to the Chinese restaurant.
Well, that was because I was home alone a lot. I didn't have many friends. I had like one or two friends. So I was antisocial. So I wasn't used to like talking on the phone. That was just intimidating to me. And I was really shy.
Right. But I still think that it's in you where you have this, that's why you wouldn't tell me the Instagram quote. Because it wouldn't, like when you told me there was an Instagram quote.
Well, I think part of that was just funny.
But
after
you
a
also
while.
didn't want to say it. Because when you told me the Instagram quote, you were like, this is correct. It's part of the conversation, blah, blah, blah. But when you knew no matter what you said, I was going to make fun of you,
Yeah.
you're like, well, I'm not playing then. Well, then I won't be saying it at all.
I will take my ball and go home.
Yeah. Do you need to be right, Adrian?
I used to.
Yeah.
I don't really think anymore. Because I think part of it is being here and being wrong
Right.
a lot and having you point it out to me.
Right. I think that's valuable.
Yeah. And I think
It sucks.
It's made me better socially, I think. Because I used to be super, super stubborn. Like,
Right.
and argue everything to the point where, like, result in confrontation,
Right.
you know? But now it's like, whatever.
Yeah. See, yeah, I don't have, like, most of the time,
You have to be right.
You definitely have to be right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, but it's different because I don't necessarily.
He's even tried to be right about this.
But I don't necessarily seek. Like, I'm right in my own head. So when I'm
But you need to explain it to someone else.
exactly like I don't need
I have that, I think.
I don't need them. I don't need to be right by their definition, like writing down, like, okay, I'm going to call it a Chinese food place or whatever it is. I'm just using that as an example. And saying, like, okay, this is the right way to do it. Like, I know the right way. And if you think I'm doing it the wrong way, then maybe I will let you know that you are the one that's wrong.
Well, for me, I'm quick to just be like, all right, well, you're a fucking idiot. And I don't want to spend the time.
Right. And I won't do that either, but, like, I mean, Jess does not like getting into arguments with me.
I don't like it either.
Well, you don't, I mean, you're almost always wrong. So I would understand why you wouldn't like to get into. There's no reason
That
for you
sounds
to.
ridiculous.
What?
I'm always wrong?
Almost
A
always.
lot.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Like, you don't need to get into arguments with me. You just need to listen to what I say and just learn. You know what I mean?
You're like a grand source of knowledge.
Yeah, for you? Yeah, I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
Like
He's your
there's
sensei.
Yeah, there's that's you should dislike arguing with me because I will make it
You
as
will
painful
lose.
as possible for you
Yeah, I know, Sam. I've been here for a year.
because you don't need to argue with me. You just need to sit back and be like, "Yep, got it."
I
Got
kind
it.
of like to sometimes.
Yeah, but then it's like if I'm sensing that you're having a good time, then I got to make sure you stop having a good time. And no matter of all people, I have the ability to make sure that you stop having a good time.
Well, yeah, you're my boss.
Right. And I'm not the type of boss that's like, oh, I just want everybody around me to be happy.
No, you're a cruel person at times.
I'm a what?
You can be a cruel person.
It's not cruelty. It's not cruelty for the sake of being cruel. If
No, he didn't say cruel. Cool person.
Yeah.
That's not what he said. But no, it's not cruel.
I'm trying to save him.
It's not cruel
I know.
because there's lessons to be learned. Now, I will make sure that it gets driven into your head. It's not going to be like this sort of like soft thing. But I don't have that like softness in me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Remember for like 2 months when you called Adrian meaty thighs until he got super skinny?
And what happens now? What do people say about your body?
Looks great.
Oh, wonder how
I've
that
heard
works.
work of art, carved from stone.
Oh. Well, then I guess I am the architect. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I kind of don't, because now I can't walk down the street without being stared at and catcalled.
Well, that's part of it. You know what I mean? Obviously, that was my plan. I need you to learn from that lesson.
Was that your plan?
That's it. I want you to know what it's like to be looked at as a piece of meat. Because I spent a long time being looked at like that.
Yeah.
From
What
meaty
happened?
thighs to a piece of meat.
Huh?
What happened?
What?
What happened?
Nothing, dude. I still.
Oh.
Yeah, no. That didn't change.
I mean, he's wearing a wedding ring, so
That's
people
all.
just don't view him like that. Like they're trying not to be
I gotcha.
disrespectful.
I'm off the market.
They keep it to themselves.
I'm off the market. You know what I do? You know what my thing right now is? Whereas like Cathy might have sketching with her color pencils, and you have your lay days with football. I have been playing GTA 5.
I know what you do.
You do.
Yeah.
I
I know exactly what you do.
But I have new laps now. I go, here's what I do. I start it. So I put the code in for all the weapons, and I put the code in for a parachute. Then I save the game. So that's how I start the game every time. And I go, and I start it, and I kill some people to get some money. Then the cops are after me. I steal a car straight to the airport. Get onto the airport, steal a plane. The cops are shooting at me. And then I take off in the plane. Now, they're in the game. It's GTA 5 is like pretty much
Open world.
open world, but it's like the LA area.
Okay.
So it's not like just LA proper, but it's big. It's like the woods are you go north
Yeah.
and you can get to the woods. You go south and the airport's there and blah blah blah. So I take the plane, and if you go way north in the mountains, there's a ski lift.
Oh.
And if you go up the ski
Like
lift,
Big Bear.
yeah. And if you go up that ski lift, there's a parachute waiting for you. So my new game that I do is start the game there, get the cops after me, get some money, drive to the airport, steal a plane, grab the plane, fly as far as I can north. Then jump out of the plane somewhere. Remember, I put the code in for the parachute.
Yeah.
Get my parachute, so I fly out watch the plane explode.
Yeah. The cops will think you're dead.
But yeah, you lose the cops by the time you're in the sky. I go up
Okay.
way high too,
Yeah.
and sometimes I like to jump out of the plane above the clouds. It's very fun.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I know. It's
Then you
fucking
don't know
nuts.
where you're going to land.
There's a map. Yeah. Then, well, and plus the parachute's out, so you land nice and slow. Then I go to the ski lift, go up there, get the parachute,
Again?
because I used the parachute already.
Oh.
So I get the parachute that's waiting at the ski lift, go back down the ski lift. Then I have to drive all the way down through LA to get back to the airport. But on the way, kill a lot of people. Cops chase me. It's difficult to get all the way back down without the cops stopping you or being killed.
It's a long drive.
Yeah. Airport, steal a plane because I got that parachute. Try to fly up to the ski lift and try to see how many laps I can do back and forth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of OCD.
I know, but it's so much fun. It's maybe the funnest thing I do right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a blast. I'm going to do it tonight. For sure. I don't do any missions in that game. I don't do anything except crash a plane, kill some people, get another plane. Does that not sound amazing?
Sounds like the best.
It is the best. It is the best.
What else are Fridays for?
Do you play? Well, I mean, at 2 o'clock in the morning, the night's over. Steal a plane. You know, done. Crash it. Kill some people. Do you play video games at all? Have you ever played video games?
Yeah. I've purposely not gotten the new Xbox or PS4 though.
Because you don't want to be distracted by it?
It takes up too much time, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've played Madden before and built a franchise.
Of course.
Like taking the
Played
task
Madden.
taking the task of rebuilding a franchise.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's
Like
that's
from the
huge.
ground up, draft picks,
Huge
trades,
undertaking,
working
yeah.
everything, and then played like, I don't know, 10 seasons.
Of course. Why
Turned
not?
it into a dynasty. Like
Yeah.
when NCAA football was around,
Yeah.
I think the last year they made it was when the whole Penn State scandal happened. Mm-hmm. So I took it as my personal mission to rebuild the Penn State football program.
Smart.
Oh.
Smart.
Yeah.
And how'd you do?
Great. I mean, like 6 or 7 national championships.
Oh, wow. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
That's
a
awesome.
couple Heisman winners.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I played that, but I've played a bunch of video games.
I can't do it unless it's like, because I can't devote the time to it. Mm-hmm. There has to be something that I could do for fun for periods of time.
Like the mindless.
I like
Yes.
Call of Duty, the Nazi zombie mode.
Yeah. I used to play
That
that.
one's good.
Is it? Can you just play it like?
Yeah.
Do you have to do missions or can you just
No,
play
No,
it
you
for
just
fun?
do levels.
It can get
You do that.
addicting though.
Yeah.
To try and
It's
break
so
the record.
addicting.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you
you
start
kill-
you start figuring out
And
different
if you play with a
strategies and
friend,
stuff.
yeah.
And you kill
It's the
Nazi
best.
zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's awesome.
That sounds awesome. And can you steal a plane?
No.
No.
That's the
But you
problem.
can get new weapons.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then dogs attack sometimes.
I kill dogs in GTA. I don't love to, but sometimes you have to.
I
If
mean,
they come
yeah.
after you,
Yeah.
then fuck that dog.
If it's you or the dog.
Exactly. That's the thing. If it's me or the dog, or sometimes I run them over. They run in the street, and you got to run them over. But that's again, what are you doing running in the street, dog? You know, I'm sure there's a nice house where somebody could just pet you, but instead you're running around in the street. You get run over. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing I can do.
See, I'm picturing you doing what Frank Underwood does in the first episode.
That's it.
Of
Oh,
House
what a
of
great
Cards.
comparison.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
just staring at the screen.
Yes. I have my Frank Underwood day, and then I go home and have my Frank Underwood evening.
Killing a dog in the street. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about him playing Call of Duty. I'm talking about in the first episode when he strangles a dog in the middle of the street.
No. No, I play the video game like Frank Underwood.
I know, but I'm picturing you.
I don't kill
doing that.
dogs. I love dogs. I
He
got
has
a
a
dog.
dog.
I know.
Why would I kill a dog?
Well, you guys are
What
similar.
if
You have
Lila
similar
was an attack
personalities.
dog and she was going to kill you? Would you kill her?
No, I'd
Would
probably
you-
end up dying.
Would she eat you?
She'd probably eat me. I don't think I could kill her if an attack dog.
I think the whole point of that scene was Frank saying that nobody wants to do what needs to be done except for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I would. I'm not going to kill a dog. I don't. If it needs to be done, then I'm going to call the ASPCA. You know what I mean?
Never mind.
Like I'm not.
What
Well,
if she's already eaten your phone?
if the dog ate my phone,
Yeah, she ate your phone, she ate your homework, and she's about to eat you.
I just leave. Get in the car or something.
You're in a corner.
I'm at the corner.
You're in a corner.
Oh, I'd probably get attacked. I just said that. I'm not gonna. I don't think I could kill an attack dog. If the dog is so vicious that it wants to kill me, I don't know that there's anything I could do at that point. It's over.
Okay.
What can I do?
If you had a gun.
Then I'd shoot the dog. Shoot it dead. I would make that dog wish that it had never encountered me. And then I'd put my hand down its throat and I'd get my phone back.
Wow.
Like the cow in Me, Myself, and Irene.
That's it. And then I'd grab the dog and I'd call its owner. I'd look at the tag.
Well, it's Lila.
And then
So you're the owner.
And then my voicemail would pick up and I go, oh, fuck. But you know what? If Lila loses her mind, what do you got to do? Old Yeller, baby. Take her out back.
Sad.
That's the end of it. And that's the end of this. Thank you all.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you
the
all.
worst note to leave on.
Well, Adrian brought up killing dogs. I don't know what he's thinking. Like there was such
I'm saying that you remind me of Frank Underwood.
Killing dogs?
You were talking about killing dogs, and I said that
In
made
a
me
video
think
game.
of Frank Underwood. I
In
know,
a
but it made me
video
think of
game.
a
I think
scene.
it's because you're going to be president soon.
Yeah, but do you think it's because I'm not going to get elected and I'm just going to have to weasel my way in?
Probably.
Shit. Well, hook or crook, as long as I get there, right? Good. USA, baby. USA. Thanks for joining us. Follow us all on Twitter and all that. We'll see you next week.